very beautiful morning to our listeners. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, everyone. It's time for the program Nigeria Today. It's a news and current affairs program that looks at trending issues. And this morning is going to be a special program. We are sorry to have come a little behind schedule. And we shall be focusing on the infrastructural development brought about by our amiable governor, former Governor Umaru Mohammed Bago. Since coming onto the seat of leadership in Niger State, he has changed the ways of doing things, and that include bringing in a whole new robust way of development, ranging from urban renewal to infrastructural development. This morning, we shall make a special focus on road infrastructure as well as urban renewal. You will all agree with me that former Governor Umar Mohammed Bago has been able to touch every nook and cranny of Niger State with his 556 road construction. This road construction, which is still ongoing, has already reached an advanced stage. In some places, the roads are almost completed. This shall be the focus of our discussion this morning, and to discuss this matter, I have with me the think tank of road constructions in Niger State, the gamut of Ministry of Works Niger State, as well as the Director General Nigroma Niger State. First, I have with me here Engineer Kudu Madami, who is the Director Civil Engineering. I also have Malam Umar Farouk Audi, the Managing Director, Niger State Nigroma, as well as Malam Gambo Adamu, is the Director of Administration in the Ministry of Works. In our midst this morning, we also have QS Hassan Baba Etsu, he is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works. We shall also be joined by the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Works, Honorable Suleiman Umar. Gentlemen, you are welcome to the program Nigeria Today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Okay, let me start with Malam Farouk Umar Audi, looking at the situation upon which this current administration met our infrastructures in Niger State. What, in your opinion, and probably what could be general opinion, informed these massive road constructions in all nook and crannies of Niger State?
Well, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Good morning, Nigerites, and good morning, listeners. In your introduction, you have mentioned it all, Dr. Dantala, but to buttress further your point, you see, we will have to take into consideration the fact that Niger State is the largest state in the country, and it has an array of road networks divided into Trunk A, Trunk B, and Trunk C respectively.
Exactly.
For those that are not engineers, or for those that are not in that sector, may not understand Trunk A, Trunk B, and Trunk C route. Now, Trunk A roads are roads that are owned by the federal government. Trunk B roads are roads that are owned by the state government, and Trunk C roads and feeder road falls under the jurisdiction of local government areas of the state. Now, if we look at the land size of Niger State, the total number of Trunk B roads, Trunk A roads in the state is about 3,897. That's if my memory serves me right, owned by the federal government. Trunk B road is in excess of 2,000 kilometers across every nook and cranny of the state. Now, for you to be able to have that massive development and to make Niger compete favorably with other states, to boost the economic system of Niger, there is need to attain to those road infrastructure, hence the advent of the 556 kilometers of road in the state. Now, it is not only 556 kilometers. There are other road construction going on in the state, and it will interest you to know that it is no longer 556, because we have had the pleasure of going around with His Excellency Farmer Umar Mohammed Bago on inspection tour, and there and then, due to request from various quarters, 5 kilometers allotted to a community is being extended to 7 kilometers. So as at now, I can categorically tell you it is no longer 556. It has exceeded beyond that 556. And there is no local government that is left behind. You have already said this work has reached, some places have reached advanced stage. Some are nearing completion. And by the special grace of God, these roads will be completed in due course and in due time for the benefit of Niger Light and Niger State.
Okay. Thank you so much, Farouk Umar Audi, the Managing Director, Negro Niger State. Like I said, we are also being joined by Architect Salihu Wanigi. He is the Director of Public Buildings. You are welcome to the program, sir. And we also have in our midst Engineer Husseini MZ. He's the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor, to the Permanent Secretary. Okay, and then we also have Malam Ismail Sabah Fabu. He's the Public Relations Officer of the Ministry. Okay, let me come back to Engineer Kudu Madani. Looking at these road constructions, most of them domicile in the rural areas. What informed the focus on constructing roads in rural areas, in our local government areas?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, viewers. First of all, we all know that we have about 25 local governments across board, and development that implies should be spread across every local government. That is what informed His Excellency in his wisdom to allot 5 kilometers to each local government. So that is the essence of putting 5 kilometers in all the local governments.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Architect Salu, you are the Director of Public Buildings. To what extent have the issues of urban renewal been, how have public buildings been utilized in the process of urban renewal? Because something has to be on ground to kickstart the urban renewal.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dantala. As it is not new that rapid infrastructural developments have sprung up since the inception of this administration. We know, well, you remember the former Shiroro Hotel?
Exactly.
You know, it is being converted to the Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University Teaching Hospital in Mina. Our work has gone to an appreciable advanced stage. Even a passerby can see. But I should tell you that a passerby will not really appreciate until you go into the complex to see the rapid growth, the infrastructure development that is going on. You know, you remember work on the 3-arm zone started by the administration of Talban Mina, was abandoned since he left office. The state government has really gone back to that site, and work has reached advanced stage in various facets of development there. As the name implies, 3-arm zone, you have the executive wing, you have the legislative wing, and the judiciary. All these arms have enjoyed a kickstart, not just kickstart, development, sustained development in the 3-arm zone. You remember the 5-star hotel also initiated and construction started by the Babangida administration. Work has resumed there now. It will amaze you that from whichever angle you are in Mina, you know that work is certainly ongoing at the 5-star hotel. It was redesigned, and it is being brought to modernize, to be in tandem with what is in vogue globally. And so many projects in public buildings. We have 5-star, we have the fire service stations and other developmental projects as related to building. If you go to government house, instead of state government to spend huge resources in hosting guests in hotels, the government house has been expanded from 8 number guest houses now to 17 number guest houses. And just as other projects of 5-star, you remember, wherever you are passing by the government house, you see work is seriously ongoing at the lodge there now. Of a special interest, Niger State was created in 1976 from the defunct Sokoto State. And since the inception of Niger State, what we have is our old buildings. When you go to the SSG complex, which houses the CSC, the Civil Service Commission, the Fiscal Responsibility Commission, and other commissions there, the Rural Electricity Board, that's the REB. You see, they are old buildings, even though they were not devoid of renovations from time to time. But that place is being strictly, seriously reorganized to modern building, and constructions are ongoing. As I speak to you, the 2 main blocks to house the Secretary to State Government Office and his permanent secretary with the support staff have already been completed. It has gone through partial handover inspection and is really ready for occupation as I speak to you. And when you talk of urban renewal in health sector, there are these new clinics that have sprung up all over the states, and work has been, some are near completion, some are partially completed, and some works are ongoing, but none is left behind that has not been commenced. Work has started throughout, and so we can go on and on and on, but for lack of time is to tell you that yes, the government, the administration is doing seriously, is not leaving public buildings sector behind in its developmental stride and consideration. Okay,
thank you so much. The architect Salihu, the Director of Public Buildings, were also being joined by the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Works, Niger State, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works, Niger State, QS Hassan Baba. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And while we allowed you to settle down, let me come back to Madam Farouk Umar Audi. Looking at all of the submissions made by the Director of Public Buildings, could this be said to be part of the Governor's acumen in resource management? Looking at how he has been able to utilize existing structures to create a whole new situations?
Well, if you come in with a vision and a mission to achieve certain tasks, then you will start positively. I think even before he was sworn into office, or when he made his mind to contest the office of the Governor of Niger State, he already has it in plan to do A, B, C, D, E. So it is no surprise that this giant developmental project is happening across the state and across all sectors. It is no surprise, and all we can say that we are extremely proud and happy that we are part of this system that has brought in this developmental stride in Niger. Be it health, be it education, be it investment, and be it infrastructure. Now, our jurisdiction here is infrastructure, and just like we have mentioned earlier, my comment earlier, the comment of the Director of Building, all I can say is we have done extremely well. If you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will blow it for you. Exactly. But you do not blow an empty trumpet. You blow the trumpet because you have something to say to the people, and the people are listening. They are not blind. They can, and they know that this is happening. When it comes to leadership, in the past, we used to hear names like the likes of El Rufai, the likes of Amechi, the likes of Kwankoso, and the rest. But now, with the current administration, if you go out there, it's former Governor Umar Mohammed Bago that has achieved so much, and we are happy to be his lieutenants that have strived to achieve this.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the Permanent Secretary, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yes, looking at the quantum of work and achievement so far recorded in the last 2 years of this administration, what are those areas that seemingly you can say that the government will focus on this 2025?
Thank you very much, the moderator, and good morning, Nigerites. All the government is set to do in 2025 is to consolidate on our achievement in 2024. My colleague have said it here that His Excellency has embarked on an unprecedented journey. Unprecedented in the sense that what we are witnessing in Niger State today has never been done by any successive actions. And all we're just, His Excellency is set to act is to change the infrastructure landscape of the state, which has begun. In 2025, when you're listening to the budget envelope in Niger State is the largest in the history of Nigeria, and it is even the largest in it surpassed that of Lagos. And what that means is that a lot is set to be achieved under infrastructure, not only infrastructure, but other sectors of the economy. But you will agree with me that the whole state today is like a construction site. Wherever you go, you see work ongoing, construction work ongoing, every construction work. Today in Mina, we will have not less than 4 to 5 flyover that is going to be constructed, and even underpass is on the way. So, and I am very optimistic as a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Work that the government has all it takes to complete this project within the lifespan of the administration. It is worthy to also note that today in Nigeria, this is the only state that infrastructural work is going on across the state simultaneously. It has never been achieved by any administration, and that is why I use the word unprecedented. 2025, today, the budget has already been passed by the House of Assembly and signed by His Excellency, the former governor of the state. So, it's implementation that it's ongoing, and the Ministry of Work is saddled with responsibility of ensuring that whatever we are doing is in line with the signed contract agreement with our respective contractors. Specifications and all other contract terms and conditions must be strictly adhered to by even the contractors, and that is what the ministry is set to achieve.
Okay, thank you so much, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, Niger State. Let me come back to Engineer Kudu Madami. Looking at the newest structures that come with the roads, which is the overhead bridge, this is something that probably people in Niger State may not be used to. And maybe if you can shed more light on some of these overhead bridges that you have earlier submitted, about 4 of them you said.
Yes. Thank you so much. Let me mention again the number of flyovers from the city gate. We have flyover 1 coming to the roundabout, there is 1, and close to Zenith Bank there is also 1, and we have the longest at Mobi roundabout. So I think this is urban renewal, and there is no going back about it. People have to make do with the new infrastructure in town, and they will have to, the security agencies must have to come in to at least assist in making sure that the efficient use of those structures are in place.
Okay, yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Architect Salihu, one of the major setback we always have is utilization of public utilities by people, especially in Niger State. What is your call on Nigerites on how best to utilize some of these utilities that the governor is putting in place right now?
Thank you very much, Dr. Dantala. Somebody said, what is government? It is said that government is made up of people.
Exactly.
It is not a democracy. It's not about just democracy now. Whichever form of government that is in place, government is made up of people. And whatever any government is doing is for the people. So we call on Nigerites especially to own these projects. From history, since the creation of the state, to put it for understanding, the first governor, you remember, Murtala Nyako was the first governor. And we can count a number of area of governors. Murtala Nyako, Ibitu Ikiwe, Olaoni, Awali Ibrahim, and come up to this stage. Many governors have come and gone. But Niger still remains. Niger still remains ours. Whether you are living or not living, we have offsprings, we have relations, we have children and children. So please, people should own these projects. It is our projects and maintenance culture. That's what we call maintenance culture. One, there could be a serious maintenance requirement, which will now be expected to be done by government. But some are mild maintenance cultures by individuals. You don't misuse these infrastructures. It is ours, and let's try to manage it to the best of its efficiency to serve us better. That's the call I will make to Nigerians.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me come back to the permanent secretary. In the last 2 years since this administration started this massive road construction, largely there has not been much publicity around this work. Why now?
Quality speaks for itself, and the people of the state are like to attest to what is happening in the state. So you don't have to go to the air that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Already this is already in the public domain that His Excellency is doing this much as far as the structure is concerned. And we believe we want people to speak on our behalf. And I have been privileged to discuss this, even some of my colleagues outside at the National Council of Works meeting. And you'll be surprised that most of them are already asking that we heard that this much as far as infrastructure is happening in the state. And you see how news flying around about what the government is doing in Niger. And you see, let me mention here that what His Excellency is doing is not only to transform the infrastructure or the state roads, but there is also intervention that is going on federal roads in the states. The state government is investing not less than almost about 250 to 300 billion naira to also fix federal roads in the state. You're coming to Mina from Jazu, from Jazu to Chanchaga, from Chanchaga Bridge. That is an intervention. It's a federal government road, but today it's being fixed under the leadership of the former governor. And there's another intervention that is going on from Kwantogora to Rijau. It's a famous road that people before now are finding very difficult to access their homes. And predominantly the people living along that corridor are farmers. They suffer post-harvest losses, some of them maternal mortality, some of them even reduced the waste time in terms of traveling from one point to another. And His Excellency, in considering some of these factors, decided to take the bull by its horn by investing this much amount to fix the road. Today, work from Kwantogora to Rijau is ongoing. And there's another federal intervention again from Nubusa to Agwara. This is also a famous road that connects the state to Kwara North. And before now, people find it very difficult to also access their communities. But today, the road is being fixed. So at completion, you will notice reduced travel time. There will be drastic reduction in post-harvest losses, and there will also be reduction even in maternal mortality due to bad access, because Excellency is already fixing that road along that corridor. So there are so many federal government intervention that is also going in the state. My appeal, I think, to the people of the state is for them to be patient. Today, in Mina, while I was coming to the studio, a lot of hold-ups around the town. It is because construction is ongoing, and we have also, as a ministry, advised the contractor to provide alternative routes for people to apply. And in terms of security, the ministry also partnered with some of our security agents to ensure that commuters do not suffer any form of security threat while these works are ongoing. And we also try to see how we can provide safety signs on some of these roads, because most times you see vehicles plying the same lane. So we encourage the contractors, and we have instructed the contractors to provide sign synergies in some strategic points to avert some of these accidents that could occur on some of these roads. So in as much as the government is trying to bring about development to the people, we do not also want people to we do not want to deliberately inflict things on some of the on the people of the state. So we call on the people to please be patient with the government. In no distance time, most of this roads were completed, and most of the roads that are also being constructed in the state are now receiving asphalt. That's telling you that very soon His Excellency will start commissioning some of the roads, especially those within the township road. For those of us again that applies Mina Bida Road, that road is also being fixed with the partnership of the state government with Islamic Development Bank. Very soon the road will also be complete. But we call on the people, motorists, to also be vigilant in terms of plying that road. When you observe minimum speed limit, then that will also reduce the effect of dust. Because when there's a lot of dust, it also affects visibility of commuters.
Exactly.
So while construction work is going across the state, we have to be safety conscious, and we also have to be patient with the government. Very soon it will be a thing of the past.
Yes, recently the governor, out of his magnanimity, decided to make an on-the-spot assessment of some of these projects across the zones in Niger State. And there and then in some places he was able to extend some of the contracts that were awarded to go beyond the initial limit.
Yes.
What informed that?
Yes, it's in response to the call of the people. When His Excellency embarked on this tour, most commuters, seeing what the government is doing, also want it extended to their communities. And there and then, just like you rightly mentioned, His Excellency made a commitment, and he's going to match this commitment with action. In fact, we have been instructed in the ministry to come up with some of this design that to extend this work to other communities. You see, the government, just like my colleague said, is about the people. And before he came on board, it's the first priority of the government is to also improve on the quality of lives of the people. And one way to also improve on the quality of life is to provide infrastructure. Because of the size of the state, it also accounts for our infrastructural deficit, both under Trunk A, Trunk B, and Trunk C. So His Excellency is set to address some of the challenges by providing more roads in order to address this deficit. You now agree with me that most of the people in the state reside or lives in the rural areas. Most of them are farmers, productive farmers. So they need some of this infrastructure to transport their farm produce to the nearest market. When you have economic activities, again, springing up at the rural areas, that also have multiplying effect on the economy of the whole state.
Exactly.
And that is why His Excellency do not always hesitate to make a commitment when there is a demand for some of this infrastructure. Of course, we are aware of the financial implication. We are aware of the paucity of funds. But His Excellency, being an experienced banker, somebody that was in the legislature of almost 12 years, he knows his onions and he knows his ways, and is already attracting a lot of foreign direct investment to the state. A lot of people, a lot of us are willing to partner with the state as far as infrastructure is concerned, as far as agriculture is concerned. You cannot separate agriculture with infrastructure, because the only way you can guarantee food security is to fix the infrastructural development of the state. Because when you have farmers producing farm produce, of course, they need good roads to bring some of this food to the people. So, and that is why His Excellency on a daily basis makes this commitment. And we are hopeful and we believe that, inshallah, most of the commitment made by His Excellency will definitely be a thing of the past, and the people will start benefiting from this massive infrastructure.
Okay. Thank you so much, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, Niger State. You can join us on this discussion through the number 09038808883. You can equally visit our Facebook page and view us live on Prestigefm91.7mx, and you can also send your messages there. Don't forget the program is Nigeria Today, and it's a special focus on the Ministry of Works, Niger State, and the infrastructural development of the government of Niger State. We have the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Dr. Dantala.
Hello?
Hello, good morning, Dr. Rakala.
Hello?
Hello, good morning, Dr. Dantala. Can you hear?
This call. We hope you call back again. 09038808883. Hello, good morning.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Good morning, doctor.
Morning, how are you?
Thank you for having me. Good morning, yes. My
Morning.
name is Danjuma Dari, calling from Dak.
Okay, Danjuma, go ahead.
You are already said our governor is doing well, and all the Niger states across road is world control. But my question, and Bida to Mina Road, I think some days say very soon. Is he before 2 years or after another tenure? Because we are off, governor will return by grace of God. And secondly, complain the Madami Road. His road is as very bad. Even the Madami person that there, you know how the road will be. And the one road again, when they take the body follow, that Takwasa road was very bad. Even from Roundabout, the place when Almadari people are staying, from there to Takwasa again, the road was bad. When are you people come and repair that road when I'm complaining? And I pray by grace of God and Ministry of Works who successful all achievement of road in Niger State. God bless Lagos.
Thank you so much, Danjuma. He has mentioned a few number of roads, the Madani roads, the Takwasa roads. These are roads domiciled in Bidda Metropoli. The Hausa people said, probably that was why he made special focus on Bidda. Yes, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works, you had his lamentations.
Yes, you see, I think it made mention of Bidda Road,
yes.
And the completion period is 4 years. And we started that project sometimes last year.
Exactly.
And I have no doubt that the job will be completed within the stipulated time frame. For Takwasa Road, you see, what the state government is doing is the state government is embarking on massive urban renewal work. Each local government in the state is receiving 5 kilometers of roads.
Beyond
except Bidda, that is receiving almost about 60 kilometers of road within Bidda Township. And Mina is receiving 100 kilometers of roads. Kwantugora, 50 kilometers, Suleja, 50 kilometers. And this 60 kilometers of road within Bidda, I believe most part of Bidda will receive some of these roads. But like Oliver Twist, people always want to have more.
Exactly.
But His Excellency, I am sure that before the expiration of his tenure in the state, would have touched all the areas that requires road network within the township roads. The Takwasa road again is captured. Most of these roads are already captured under the 2025 budget, and where any more from now, the state government will know the Ministry of Works will begin preliminary designs and other works associated with commencing this project. Not only Bida, but other townships within the state. We not only the urban renewal work that is going, but under the 2025 budget, there are other state roads that will also be constructed under the 2025 approved budget. So what we'll be witnessing in the state is that we have like zero poor roads. We want to see how all the roads in the states will be fixed. Already you believe in Mina that what is required in Mina as a state is almost about 180, between 150 to 180 kilometers of road. Today the state government is already fixing 100 kilometers of road in the state. So what it means that before the expiration of this tenure, we would have fixed all the road networks within Mina Township. Not only fixed roads, it will also come with street lighting. Exactly. And you see the kind of street lighting we're having in Mina today. So what is required of the city is to pray for His Excellency, to also cooperate with the ministry, and to also be patient with the government. The whole infrastructure landscape of the state life I've mentioned earlier will be transformed.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Professor. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, my brother. All of you, this studio here. Good morning. I see the message in Salaja Biadi too. And I'm going to name also. Thank you for giving this opportunity. When one says good thing, it doesn't hide. He has have proved it. God has given us the bago. Why I'm saying that? Believe me, this is my 5 years in Niger State. I've never seen a governor who come in action. In 2 years, he did giant project is going on. I continue asking myself, Niger State, they get money like this? Because he has proved to us that a little money is getting from federal and state, he can be able to use to put Niger State in order. Who have you seen it? Nevertheless, we will continue to pay for our governor. He can't do it alone. We tell those people who are there for the studio. That's why we're saying that Bago is everywhere. Why Bago is everywhere? Not only him. It's people like you who stand by the feet and take the book by the hand to step down and do the right thing. We have started seeing it. I believe you are not even have any opposition in Niger State, whether they like it or not. Join this queue. Let us pray for this governor to take this Niger State to promised land. He has started. We will continue to pray for him, and he's screwed. Thank you very much. I rest my talk.
Okay, thank you so much, Abdulhadi Photos, for your contribution. We also have a message here from Jafar Ibrahim Bendiga. He's saying good morning, and the special guest in the studio. I hope you are all having a wonderful morning. As we shine the spotlight on road infrastructure in Niger State, I would like to start by commending the efforts of the former governor in improving the state road network. His administration's commitment to upgrading and maintaining roads has been noteworthy, and it's essential we acknowledge these strides. However, despite this progress, there is still much work to be done. Niger State's vast territory and rural landscape present unique challenges in terms of road connectivity and accessibility. It's crucial we continue to prioritize road infrastructure development, ensuring that our roads are safe, efficient, and beneficial to all residents. I must note that the road construction projects in Niger State seem to be progressing at a slower pace than expected. Unlike the initial momentum, I urge the contractors and stakeholders involved to double their efforts and resources to ensure timely completion of these projects. The people of Niger State deserve better, and it's essential we deliver on our promises. After all of these encomiums, one of the takeaways is the slowing down of the progress of work.
Yes, construction work world over has a sequence. And like I said, this work is going on simultaneously across the state. And you'll notice of recent that most of our contractors are already back to site. They left site because of the weather. You cannot achieve good quality work under the rains. So by the time the rain subsides, most of them are already back to site. And the jobs, all the works are steadily progressing. We have the road one route from Chanchaga Bridge to from Chanchagabri to Airport Junction is in progress, and the road 2 route from the city gate to Imurat plastic industry is also progressing, and the road 3 from city gate to Metumbi is also in progress. So the good thing is that we have a work program, and the contractors are working according to the road program, and I'm very optimistic that this work will be completed within the stipulated